Today we will look at Kensei. Kensei is another easy hero in For Honor. They have a good range and are very adaptable within team fights too, and they're really great at canceling their attacks. Today I will cover everything you need to know about the Kensei in For Honor to help you understand the Kensei more in For Honor. Let's go. Okay, so going over the lights and heavies for Kensei, Kensei has a 3-hit chain for both lights and heavies. So if I were to do light, heavy into light, I can do that, or I do light into light, that's a 3-hit chain, or if I do heavy into heavy, that is also a 3-hit chain. That's pretty much all of the 3-hit chains that Kensei can do, is just lights and heavies. And also one thing on the heavies is that on the heavies, on the finisher heavies, they have hyper armor. So on the sides they have hyper armor, but for the top finisher heavy is unblockable. And of course the lights themselves, they also have hyper armor at the end of their finishing lights. So you see there on the finishing last lights, the third light that is, that's their hyper armor. Hyper armor, uninterruptible armor, whatever you call it. Moving on, I want to talk about Kensei's cancels. Kensei has cancels within their kit that they can do from top heavy. So the first cancel is from the heavy opener here. So here's the heavy opener, it does around 24 damage on top. You can cancel the heavy opener with either a side light opener, or you can cancel with a side heavy opener, or you can cancel it with a dodge, very simple, or you can do the pommel strike by pressing X. All you gotta do is just press X, like once you do this heavy here, press X. You see that heavy animation? See a heavy animation? You press X and you do the pommel strike. That's pretty much what you do for the pommel. Now, how you would do the cancel is you would want to just move your UI guard here. So you see here, my UI guard, I go for top, I move my UI guard very fast in the middle of that animation. So if I want to go for light, I go for light. If I want to go for heavy, I go for heavy right there. That's what you gotta do. You gotta press the attack again while moving it. That's what you gotta do. You gotta move your UI guard and press the attack at the same time. You can only do the cancels from the top heavy, and the cancels are good for mixing it up while you're doing your chain attacks. You can also do the top heavy cancels on the second top heavy in your attacks here. So you can do them on the second heavy here. So if I do the second heavy, I can go for lights, same way as the first one. Of course, you can do a side light like this, or you can do the side dodge, or you can do a dodge. I mean, either or, you can do a dodge or a side dodge. All right, now there is the final wave for cancels, and this final wave for like canceling your attacks with Kensei is on the unblockable top heavy finisher here. So the final heavy finisher here, you can cancel that too. So if I go for the finisher again and I go for a side heavy, I can do that. It's the same way as the first two. It's just with the unblockable finisher cancel attacks, they have hyper armor on them. So if I were to do this again, I go for heavy, go for a cancel attack, it has hyper armor on it, and it's the same way for the lights too. If I were to do this like on the unblockable, go for a light, you have hyper armor on those lights and those heavies for the cancels. And also you can go for a guard break too. You can go for a dodge, you can go for a side dodge if you want to. You still got the whole shebang, but you can ultimately just go for that guard break, which is going to help you big time. Like you can just press X, which will give you that guard break. It's like a self-aid in a way, just by pressing X on that unblockable finisher. And if you're near a wall, you can get them to a wall. Now, I was out of stamina there, so you want to watch your stamina too when doing that as well. But yeah, those are pretty much Kensei's cancel attacks. They're not that bad. It will take some getting used to. I highly recommend practicing these cancel attacks just to get used to them while doing your own mix-ups and your own combos too. All right, moving on, we're going to talk about Kensei's front 4 dodge light, which is called Helm Splitter. Helm Splitter is Kensei's, of course, front dodge light, which does around 14 damage on top, and it costs non-stamina. In my opinion, I really just use this move to finish my opponent off if they're very low. Or it's just another way you can use for an opener to go into that unblockable heavy, or you can go into another heavy if you want to. I usually go into my unblockable heavy, and I'll sometimes let it fly, but I will also go for my GB. See if it catches them. If it catches them, then I'm going to get them on the wall, if I'm near a wall that is. Or I'll just get a side heavy, pretty much. That's pretty much what I would do. Now, you want to be mindful with this front 4 dodge light here. If you try and spam it a lot and people catch onto it and parry you, you're going to take some serious damage. So just be mindful of using this attack. Moving on, we have Kensei's front 4 dodge heavy, which is Nature's Wrath. It does around 22 damage on top and only costs 12 stamina. Not a bad move to throw out if you want to confuse your opponents. You say like you go for, I don't know, go for this, and you decide to go for the Nature's Wrath in the middle of it. That's not that bad to do. Now, most of the time, this will get parried or crushing countered. But it's not that bad of a move to throw out. It's a move that you can just throw out to confuse your opponent and possibly catch them. All right, next we have the Swift Strike for Kensei, which does around 16 damage and it does cost 12 stamina. I would highly encourage you not to spam this move. It is a side dodge heavy, but Kenseis are notorious for spamming this move. I would not recommend you spamming this move a lot. If you spam it, you're just going to get parried or crushing countered 24/7. But it is still a really good move to use. Mainly it's good for dodging the opponent's attack while also dishing out more damage of your own, mainly 16 damage. That's pretty much what this move is good for. And also Kensei does have this move called Gasping Pounce, which is mainly a guard break. That's pretty much what Gasping Pounce is. Just a front 4 dodge guard break. That's all it is. All right, next we're going to talk about Kensei Zone. Now, Kensei Zone, it's not a weird zone. It's a good zone. The first part of it does around 13. The second part does around 16. Mainly the final attack that Kensei does within the animation does around 16 damage. The thing I would say about the zone, it's best to use it if you're playing in Dominion. I mean, if you're using it in 1v1s, you can definitely use it as a way to just finish your opponent off. Another good way. Just the only thing is that the zone itself, it is mainly good for just crowd control. If you're playing Dominion, that is, in my opinion, is very good for fours. Just a good way to just crowd control anyone that's around you. So if you have like 2 people in front of you or just 1 behind you, you can use the zone to just hit the opponent behind you as well. And you pretty much wouldn't have to worry. Well, not just behind you, but on the sides too. Like on your sides, pretty much like 2 people just right around you trying to anti-gank. Just the zone itself is just really good for crowd control, but it's also really good for just killing your opponent. And also you can feint the zone too, so you just gotta press it very fast. You gotta press B and you'll be able to feint it. And also one more thing that I did forget is that Kensei on top heavy, you can deflect in a way. It's mainly a deflect, but it's also a GB that you can do. You gotta press X right after. So if you can just practice this, it's like a deflect, but it's more of just a way to just get a really good GB. So it's more of like a flashy type of thing with Kensei that you can do. Here's Kensei's running attack. It does around 20 damage on the right side. Ready guys, I'm gonna go over the feats that I take for Kensei. Now if you want a full like list of these feats for Kensei, I'll leave the For Honor information hub down below for you guys to go and check out. That way you guys can go look at the feats of pretty much any character that you're playing with and just take the best feats that you enjoy. But here we go. So for my feats and what I'm taking for Kensei, the first one I'm taking is Fast Recovery for Tier 1. It is a passive. My stamina, it will regenerate faster. I want to be able to have my stamina back very fast, and this Fast Recovery will help that. For Tier 2, I'm taking Chill and Stare. It lowers the defense of nearby enemies. I want to be able to do more damage, and this Chill and Stare will lower their defense, and I'll be able to do more damage. And it's not just like one person, it's like a whole group too. So you could just use Chill and Stare on one person, and it will affect the other person as well. Now for Tier 3, I'm taking Lombo. It fires a Lombo for moderate damage. Of course, it doesn't do moderate damage. In my opinion, it does a lot of damage, but hey, I just want to be able to do more damage. That's pretty much why I'm taking Lombo. And for the final one, I'm taking Stalwart Banner. Nearby allies continuously regain health. I want to be able to put this down if me and my teammates are very low and just regain our health very quickly. So if we're like in like a die-hard situation and we're like very low, I'll put this down and just make it to where we get health back if we don't have the point captured or anything and we're trying to cap it. So yeah, these are the feats that I'm pretty much taking for Kensei. Of course, there are more feats that you can definitely take. Another one is Smoke Bomb. You can definitely take that if you want to. Steadfast is not that bad, honestly. If you want to take that, just gain immunity from regular attacks and stuff. Or you can take Unblockable, where your attacks become unblockable for a short duration. Not too bad either way, but I'm taking this one because it works for me in Dominion. Okay, this is going to be a quick overview of the gear perks. So here we go. For the first one, for Kensei's gear perks, we have Shield is up. When revived, receive a temporary plus 25 health shield. For the second one is Aegis. All shields received are increased by 20%. For the third one is Devour. Upon execution, heal an additional plus 10 health. For the fourth one is Endurance. When gaining a renown level, receive 3% stamina cost reduction. For the fifth one, we have Survival Instinct. When in critical health, gain 25% stamina cost reduction. For the sixth one, we have Headhunter. For each unique player / bot hero executed, increases the max health by 4. And for the final one, we have Fresh Focus. When out of stamina, counter, guard breaks, blocks, and parries regenerate 20% faster. Okay. With a light. Should just let that fly. What am I doing? That fly? Yeah. There we go. Oh my gosh, Wharton. Okay. Yo, I'm gonna need you to back away from me. Focus on your dude. There we go. GB, nice. Shouldn't have done that. Trying to get my stamina back. Nature's Wrath. Nice. Good stuff, Wharton. Okay. You're mine, bud. No. 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 Okay. Go with this. Aw. Almost had him. Alright. No! That poor lawbringer. Zone. There we go. Yeah, you take that. And him. Oh my gosh. There we go. Woo! Take that. I am out of there. Here we go. Come here.
You captured Zone B.
There we go. There we go. Gotcha. That's GB there.
You captured Zone A.
You then. Never mind. GB. Oh yes. Zone. Oh, never mind. On red. Okay.
You captured Zone A.
There it is. Got him. That's going to do it for today's video, guys. I hope this video does help you understand Kensei a bit more in For Honor, and I hope it did help you if you're new to For Honor and you want to get into Kensei. Now, what I would say on how you can play with Kensei, the best way to play with Kensei is to really just be patient. Really just be patient and take your time with things. You don't want to try and spam a lot. That's why I talked about like that Swift Strike spam. You don't want to spam that Swift Strike a lot, the side dodge attack. You don't want to spam it. If you spam it, of course, you're going to get parried a lot, and you don't want to really do that. You just want to like use it wisely. You just don't want to use it too much. And plus with Kensei is all about just patience, being patient, waiting, and throwing your attacks out and throwing different attacks out to confuse your opponent. That's pretty much what Kensei is, in my opinion. I want to know what you guys think about Kensei in For Honor. Do you enjoy Kensei? Do you despise Kensei? Do you think Kensei needs a nerf? Do you think Kensei needs a buff? Let me know in the comments what you think about Kensei. But with that being said, I am TheGamingRaptor. I will see you guys in the next video. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Drink you some water. Have a good day. Alright guys, peace out.